Hello, good morning everyone. Very warm welcome to babycode free IELTS classes. I'm Thanu Vermani, IDP certified trainer and a TEFL to Solve certified trainer too. So today I'm back with my live session number 4, which is about strategies for multiple choice questions. So in last session number 3, we discussed about what are the various types of questions that comes in your reading module, and we talked about each type of question. As I mentioned before, that I'll be coming up with strategies for each type of questions. So here is the first type, which is multiple choice questions. So today I'm going to deliver this session that how you can strategize these type of questions, right? But before going forward, as I mentioned, that you can download the academic mock test and the general mock test from our baby code application. You can have one test every day. If you want unlimited test, you can download our application, buy our membership, and have unlimited mock tests in a very easier format, the PDF format. You can take out a printout and you can practice on a daily basis, right? Moving forward, we are going to discuss about what are the strategies for multiple choice questions. Let's start the session now. Okay. Now, very first thing is, as I mentioned before, as I told you earlier also, what are the multiple choice question? In these type of questions, what you need to do is, you will be having a list of choices. You will be having a list of options. You may have 3 to 4 options, and then you have to select one correct answer from those options, right? So what basically MCQ requires is multiple choice questions require is that they require you to analyze the text and look for specific information, right? Based on its main idea. So you are actually analyzing a single text and then you look for the particular information and then you come to your concluding point, right? First thing is you have to determine the central idea so that you find the right section. Then you scan with the options and choose which one is similar to very close to the central idea, right? So there are different types of MCQ questions. Either you have choose one answer out of 4 options. This is called multiple choice. Sometimes you have to select two different question forms. Like you have been, like second question could be you have to choose two answers out of 5 options. You have choose 3 answers out of 6 options. The first option is the most common one. So it is multiple choice with multiple answers also, right? Multiple choice questions, sometimes it is that you have to select one from the 4 options, sometimes it is multiple. So you may ask to write 3 answers or select 3 answers from the 6 options. Okay. Next thing is you may also have two different question forms. Either it can be completing a sentence also, or it can be answering a question also. So it can comes in any form, right? But you need to know your skills, how you're going to attempt these type of questions. Second is you can have a look of how the multiple questions look like. This is from an academic test. In this example, you have to choose one answer from the 4 possible options. Write your answers in the boxes 10 to 12 on your answer sheet. So you can see 10, 11, and 12. There are 3 questions, and below the questions, there are 4 options also, 4 possible options, and you have to select one correct option. Moving forward, there is another example of a multiple choice question from the general test. So again, you can see that you have to choose one answer from 4 possible options, and the questions require you to complete the sentences. So again, this is multiple choice questions, but yes, the form is of completing the sentence also, right? Next, now what are the common problems that we face during the multiple choice questions? Very first is reading the text before the questions. If you read the text first and you read the questions afterwards, then it is going to be time consuming also. And you are reading blindly because you have no motive what you are looking for, right? You're just randomly reading your passage and you don't know what you need to search for. So here you are not just reading for your own, you are reading just because you want to find out something, right? So if you do this, you are reading blindly because you are not sure of what you're looking for, right? You also waste your time because you will have to read the questions afterward, then read the text again. So you just have wasted your time on the first reading. So never waste your time. Read your questions very first time, right? Not answering the question. This seems like an obvious one, but it would shock you how many people don't answer the question at all. Never ever leave your answer, leave your question unanswered, I would say. There is no negative marking, right? So don't leave any answer. Please write the answers, make a guess at the end if you're not able to find the answer, right? Third thing is being tricked by the examiners. Now examiners, they do have a habit, they love to try and trick you with distractors also. Now what are distractors? Distractors are those things that look like the correct answers but they are actually incorrect, right? When you locate the correct section in the reading test, they will appear be two or three possible correct answers, right? So very common trick is matching a lot of keywords from the question to the parts of the text. Just because there are lots of matching keyword doesn't mean that it is your correct answer. Also look at the context of the whole sentence and any qualifying words like most, all, always, or sometimes. You always have to read that you are reading the sentence very carefully. The sentence is making the context of whole sentence is making a meaningful sentence or not, right? Do not jump to the conclusion by only looking at the keywords. Not reading the whole sentence. The first part of the sentence might look correct, but the second half of it might change the meaning as well. So words like but, however, they can change the meaning of whole sentence. So examiners know you're trying to get the answer as quickly as possible, but they will try to trick you this way. So please read the sentence very carefully. Next is not reading the text carefully. There are so many distractors. Some of the correct answers will appear to jump out at you, but if you don't read the text carefully, you will choose the incorrect option. So take some time that you really understand the meaning of each and every sentence, and then you will be coming to the conclusion. Now, what are 10 tips that needs to be for multiple choice question? First one is read the questions before you read the text. This is very important. Second is you will often be able to eliminate two of the four answers, and this leaves you with two choices. You have four options, try to eliminate two options, then you are left with two choices. Now think about the difference in meaning between these two choices, and this will help you so that you can get your correct answer. Next is if you are unsure of what is the difference between two or three sentences, it can help to rephrase them in own words. Try to rephrase it. Make a paraphrase statement, read it very carefully. Next, if you are running out of time or you really don't know the answer, have a guess. You will not lose marks for wrong answer. You have a 25% of a chance getting the correct answer just by guessing. You can make it correct. There is no negative marking here. So don't leave any question unanswered. Don't be tricked by the examiner's distractor like words, especially the keywords from the question that looks the same as the text. If you don't know anything about the topic, don't panic. It is a reading test, not a test of your knowledge. So don't apply your prior knowledge, just go with your reading skills. Next is try to predict the correct answer before you read the text. This will help you find the correct answer, right? So always predict your answer. Before deciding on your answer, go back, carefully read the questions before making your final decision. It's very important that you read it, check it again and again. The answers will be in the same order as the text also, right? You might be asked about both facts and opinion. Facts are the things that are always true or cannot be disapproved, but opinions are just what people think about, what they claim, right? What their viewpoint is. Now, what are the strategies for multiple choice question? Effective suggested strategy. There are different strategies that you should use, the one you're comfortable with. You can also adapt the strategies to what suits you. First is read the question carefully. Skim the text to get the general meaning. Now you quickly read the paragraph and you get the meaning of the text. Underline any keywords which you have in your question and start thinking about different synonyms that can appear in the text. Read all the choices, underline keywords, think about what is the difference between, what is the difference in meaning between different choices. Read it very carefully and predict your correct answer. Predicting of the correct answer will give you an idea what you need to look for. Read the text again using keywords, synonym also, locate the part that contain the answer. You have to look for the correct information, the required information. Do not read the extra information. Read that part very carefully. Think about the difference in meaning. Think about not only which options are correct, but how the options are wrong also, right? Go back, read the question again, and mark your final choice. And this will conclude with a correct answer. Now we'll be coming up with the exercise also. There is an exercise on my screen about multiple choice question. There are 3 questions. What you need to do is you have to read your questions very carefully and then you have to find out your answer. Question number 1 says, why is managing hazard essential in industrial or manufacturing places? So why it is essential? You need to find out the answer. Read your questions. I'm giving you some time to read the questions and then you can finalize your answer. Yes. Second question says, according to the passage, how many stages should hazard management undergo? So they are talking about stages here. How many stages they are asking you? Third question says, what is the first step of a hazard management plan? So here they are asking you the first step of the plan. Read all the options, the possible options, and then you can start reading your paragraph. I'm also going to read the passage. Please read along with me as well. And then I'll be helping you in finding the answer. Now, when I'm going to the first question says why it is essential. Why is managing hazard essential in industrial or manufacturing places? Option says for well-being and protection of the workers. Second is for health reasons. Third says for workplace safety. And the fourth says all of the above. Now, when I start reading my passage, in the very first statement, I can see in many industrial or manufacturing workplaces, managing hazard is essential for a successful health and safety system. So they are talking about successful health also and safety system also, right? Next is hazard management is an ongoing process. So they talks about all of the above because it is for the workers also, right? Second says, according to the passage, how many stages should hazard management undergo? So they are asking about the different stages here. Second statement says hazard management is an ongoing process that goes through 5 different stages. So they are mentioning about different means distinct stages. So option number A. What is the first step of a hazard management plan? What is the first step? Now, moving forward, the first step is to identify potential hazards, remembering that hazards are classed as anything that could potentially cause harm not only to people but also to the organization. So, what it is mentioning is to identify potential hazards so that they can check that what harm is happening or not that could potentially cause harm not only to the people but also to the organization. So it is evaluating the risk involved, analyzing the harm, both A and B, and recognize the risk involved. So it says that they are actually going to recognize the risk involved. You can see the answers on my screen. Please do it afterwards also. Moving forward to the next exercise on my screen, please read the questions first. There are 3 questions on my screen and a passage for you. There are 4 possible options. First is, when was the Eiffel Tower built? So they're asking you when, that means the time period, early 1890, late 1860, 1889, and 1887. Second is, which was the most visited monument in Europe during late 1889. So here are the names of the museum. You have to see which was the most visited museum in 1889. Third is, how often is Eiffel Tower repainted? So you have to again check your answers, check your passage and form and mark your finalized answer. I'm giving you a few minutes. You can do it quickly and then I'll be showing you the answers as well. As I can start reading my paragraph, I can say that more than 3 crore people have visited the tower since its completion in 1889. So that means the tower was completed, the Eiffel Tower was completed in 1889, which was the most visited monument. So you can see here, making it one of the most visited monuments in Europe. So we are talking about Eiffel Tower, right? So we got the second one also. How often it is repainted? It is painted with every 7 years. The tower is repainted with 50 to 60 tons of paint. So what they mention is even in 7 years. So we got all the answers very quickly. When you look for your required information, it is very easier for you to find out the answer. Moving forward to the third exercise, there are 3 questions again. Read the questions very carefully and then find your answer. Which island has become the second most popular tourist destination and why? They're asking you which is the second most popular destination. You have to see the destination as well and then you have to find out the answer also. Second is, what was the name of the Cuban president brother who started the initiative of herbal medicine in Cuba? So you have to find out the name of a person. What does ecotourism bring to a place? So how it helps, it provides educational and cultural exchange opportunities. It enhances ecological sensitivity, both A and B or none of the above. So again, you have some time to look at your passage and quickly find out. You can read in the third statement, Cuba is now the second most popular destination. So it is very clearly mentioned about the first answer. What was the name of Cuban president? You can see in the middle of the paragraph, Raul Castro, the brother of Cuban president. What does ecotourism bring to a place? You can see here, it provides both educational and cultural exchange. It enhances ecological sensitivity also. So they are talking about both and A and B. You can see the questions on my screen. The answers are here for you. So solving these multiple choice questions, practice these questions and do your scanning practices. Try with identification skills also. To score high in your exam, evaluate yourself and analyze your mistakes where you're making the mistakes every time. Practice on those mistakes every day so that you will be able to crack IELTS. I hope this was an interactive session and informative as well. If you like our application, our free live sessions, please share our app with others also. Please join our free education campaign where I can teach everybody free of cost and you can learn also with us, right? Do share, like, and comment. Watch all our live sessions. Watch the previous live sessions also. Share your valuable feedback. Do the star ratings. Do comment also so that I can be knowing about what you want me to make new sessions on. You can write which topic I should cover and you're facing difficulties with so that I can improve and I can help you to ace IELTS in the very first attempt. Thank you so much for watching our live session 4. Do watch session number 1, 2, and 3. And I mentioned before, you can make the comments, you can write your submissions here, and I'll be knowing about what session you want me to cover up. I'll try my best to cover all the topics of the IELTS models. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you for the next session.